The serve from Frane. This is Cox with it. Kept alive. Erica Staunton. And their teammates on the bench don't know what to do with themselves. She's tied it at 24. He's Milton Posner. I'm Adam Giardino. Thanks to our entire Flow Sports crew. And thanks to those of you for making us part of your Friday evening. It has been a doozy here on Huntington Ave, and Georgia would love nothing more than to force a do-or-die fifth set here on Northeastern's home court. We mentioned all the digs from Bailey Cox, and here she is on the service. Sophomore who won 3 state titles in high school in Newcastle, Indiana. Fisher dumps, it's alive somehow, but it's Georgia ultimately picking up the point.
These little flip shots, the things you can do when you've got that kind of height. You can just sort of nonchalantly poke it over without really having to look. The Northeastern Huskies presumably expecting you're going to use your 3 hits and try to set it up for something fast. And every now and then, judiciously done, you earn yourself all kinds of points that way. It's a 3-point lead for Georgia now, and Northeastern still got him within striking distance.
Cox with the service error.
Distance just got a little closer. 14th service error for the Bulldogs, about at the same pace that they were against Iona.
Martin just squeaks one over the top of the net. And that one's long. Back to a 1-point game here in the 4th set.
I think the Huskies can see it.
Beautifully executed. Fisher with the deke and Evans with the power, doubling the lead back for Georgia.
That's one of those hits you don't just see, you hear it. You hear it throughout the gym, the pop that ball makes off the hand, and you know no one's returning that cleanly.
And if you're Northeastern, you've got to respect that Fisher is flashing right in front of you. Point one back. Jenkins lighting a fire for her teammates.
Just stand out the whole way through. I mean, she has been spectacular.
Cox goes sprawling. The Bulldogs keep it moving. Jenkins ties it up.
The rally towels are out. The fans are on their feet. Her mom is loving it. Oh, man, what an atmosphere.
What an athlete. Fisher, dug out by Martin. Trickles 3, Krishna Murthy. Fisher, sent right back. Excellent. Dave takes the bounce off the speaker. It's in play in the rafters. And Georgia can only look skyward as Northeastern grabs the lead.
How's that for an assist in the home opener? Off the only non-flat object in the area. And a little change of trajectory might have just changed the trajectory of this game.
(2019) Northeastern on top of the 4th set here on Flow Sports. Georgia has led throughout most of this fourth set. The Bulldogs had been on top. It's a modest lead for Northeastern. Fisher lands it in play. Not how she drew it up. It wasn't pristine contact, but it's enough to even the fourth set.
And it's enough to get the Husky faithful up in arms. I'm not exactly sure where the call was protested. I think maybe they didn't see it glance off the blocker's hand before it went out. But that should be Georgia's point, and it is.
Square at 20. Not anymore.
These teams have scored every which way it is possible to score off of clean hits and chaos. And the close score throughout this set is fitting in light of that.
The junior captain from Newtown Square, Pennsylvania, Donovan with the serve, the dig. But it's too much from Sophie Fisher.
16th kill for Fisher. Not just a high for her team, not just a high for the game, but a high for the day.
Against Iona, Fisher had only 8. She's doubled that in this one. Jenkins handled. A good reception by Evans. A denial at the net. Jenkins is everywhere. Evans again. Donovan lets it go long. Sometimes it's the plays you don't make.
Donovan and Kayla Martin know as well as anybody, they've let a few of those go by. Three points in between the Huskies and an upset.
Just a ton of Tori Harper bearing down the far side.
That's really one of the only times we've seen Nyla Jenkins look completely overwhelmed. There's not a whole lot she can do about that one. Just too much sauce on one hit.
Staunton as Cox handles it. Dump shot beauty. Well, Clara Brower has every right to hot step her way from the pile as she put Georgia back on top.
And if Northeastern had watched the Georgia-Iona game earlier, they would have known to expect. We have not seen Clara Brower do that a whole lot against Northeastern, but that is her secret sauce.
Point for the Bulldogs. And now they are 1 point away from forcing a fifth. Northeastern has one timeout in its disposal. They'll use it here. Will keep it here. On pins and needles as the fourth set. Right on the doorstep for the taking for Georgia.
Well, you can't say these teams don't know how to do drama. The sets have stayed close. Aside from that runaway second set that Northeastern had, I mean, this set hasn't been more than, I'd say, what, a 3-point gap since we were in single digits? Neither team has seemed out of it. Northeastern has stayed within striking distance. They took brief leads, and every time they did, Georgia remembered their strengths and started setting up their hitters with absolutely golden passes. It's been that kind of back and forth from Cabot in the fourth set.
Alongside Milton Posner, Adam Giardino with you. We are live at the Cabot Center on the campus of Northeastern University. It's day one of a tournament featuring Northeastern, Iona, Georgia, and Utah Valley University. And those 4 teams will be competing here tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. Eastern time is the first. The second at 4 o'clock. But still plenty to be decided in the nightcap here. And that one sails long.
I don't care how good your read skills, I don't care how experienced a back row player you are. You got to have a ton of guts to let a ball go by you with a set on the line like that. And the Huskies made the right choice.
The serve from Frane. This is Cox with it. Kept alive. Erica Staunton. And their teammates on the bench don't know what to do with themselves. She's tied it at 24.
Lenica Vasquez trying to calm her players down. Look at this. 24 all.
Frane back on the serve. A setup for Evans. Staunton. No, handled by Haugen. A denial by Mitchell. Back for the Bulldogs. And they earn it with a shrug from Megan Froming. Must win by 2.
This is energy and suspense you can cut with a knife. Every fan in this building is on their feet. Lenica Vasquez cautioning her players to not run out onto the court.
A serve for Downing. High into the air for Martin. Put shot. Northeastern wins.
Poise under pressure, Adam. On a fundamental level, that's what it takes to play in a game like this. Yeah, it's the non-conference, but this is an SEC squad in your building, and you got a chance to close it out right here. This is a chance for a team playing in its 7th game of the year to show its mettle.
Erica Staunton. Sage Powell. Yes, man, for the 6'2" grad student from Agoura Hills, California. And now Georgia. One more opportunity to force a 5th set.
It's the 3rd set point we've had.
Bailey Cox lets it go long.
The word of the day has been service error, and it comes back to bite the Bulldogs once again at the worst possible time.
Now it's Martin on the serve. She nails it long. Georgia back on the advantage.
I mean, we've said it all day. It's not just about what you're doing well, it's about the mistakes you're avoiding. After some stellar play, both teams leaving this one up on something of a platter.
Excellent dig for Staunton. Punched in! Oh, what a point! Back to the net, and Georgia has pushed this one to set number 5. You've stuck around this long. Stick with us some more. We'll step aside here in Boston, and when we return, it's a race to 15. The deciding set just around the corner. Don't go anywhere.